No, I'm not hiding. I'll explain. But first, welcome everyone to another episode of Wednesday Afternoon Live with your host, me, the SaleenDriver, host of the longest running Wednesday afternoon live stream in all of YouTube that I know of, host of the Wednesday afternoon live stream that endeavors week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, for 233 episodes that we are the definitive show about nothing in particular. And I'm sure we'll do it again today. Let's see who's in the chat box. Let's take a look here. We got Nate DeGray, first, not late. True. Sven, hail steak. I don't know why he's switched over to steak all of a sudden, but whatever. Michigan man down bad. Well, Florida man down bad too. Matt Dumas here. Good to see you. Scooby, Charlie Kirk just got shot at Utah University. You're kidding. He did? No, I didn't hear about Charlie Kirk. Was he on the air at the time? Oh my God. Is he alive? No, I didn't hear about that. Moments ago. Okay. Well, that was unfortunately inevitable, I guess. You go onto these university campuses, even in deep red states. Terrible. There are a lot of left-wing crazies out there. He got shot in an event. Okay, shot in the neck. Says he's alive. By the way, welcome one and all. No, I did not. I did not hear about that. That is, I always thought in the back of my mind that going out of these campuses and going in amongst all the leftist, uneducated loons that permeate these campuses, even in the deep red states like Utah, somebody was going to do this at some point, and I hate being right. Battle Angels here. Good to see you, my dear. The most patient and put upon woman in all of YouTube. I had a kid yesterday at a grocery store put his hand pretending in. That doesn't surprise me. I walk around every day with a Star of David around my neck, even in Florida, which has a pretty high Jewish population, and I still get a few obscene gestures now and again, But nobody's attacked me, thank God. I hope nobody ever does. Don't know what I'd do if they did, but maybe I ought to start carrying around my Burna launcher. And if you don't know what a Burna launcher is, I'll explain that. But if you know, then you know. But I should probably be carrying that around with me. Yeah, Glenn Beck just put up a thing. Hang on a minute. I think I'll play this.
for tonight. When I look through the glass,
can you all hear that? Was that coming through the microphone? Yes, no, maybe.
Of my studio, my wife was standing there and her face spoke volumes to me, and I said, "Stop, let's wait. I need to talk to my wife." My wife was on her phone with my daughter and my son, who were at a Charlie Kirk event today. And
good to see you, Joshua.
I have just received news that I'm not even going to repeat because I don't have it. Confirmed. We will confirm what's going on. And when we have solid information, we will bring it to you. And we will be live tonight at 9 with all of the information that you need to know.
Good to see you, Vic.
Please pray for my dear friend Charlie and his family and our republic. Lord, we have been so arrogant as people. We have been so distracted, but we would ask, Lord, that you would watch over Charlie and all those involved, that you would soften our hearts, that we might find forgiveness, strength, and courage.
Anyway, that's terrible. That's terrible. This, I don't know. Sometimes it feels like that this country is on the verge of a civil war. It really, really does. And I've heard all the jokes about, you know, in a civil war, we'd be fighting against the side that doesn't even know which bathroom to use, and we're better armed. But sometimes I wonder, you know, are we better armed? And are we, you know, this side, the right of center, if you will, versus the left of center? You know, maybe we are better armed, and maybe we do know which bathroom to use or which one not to, but are we as insane as these people on the left? And are we in this kind of thing, are we willing to go where they're willing to go, obviously? And I pray it never comes to that. I don't want to live the last years of my life in a country that's tearing itself apart and people are killing each other that should be calling themselves neighbors and fellow Americans. I don't think that is the answer to our problems, but sometimes it seems to me that is the direction that we are heading, and seems to be the direction that a lot of people on both sides want to head to. And violence is not going to be the answer to solving these kinds of problems. Yeah, you ain't wrong, Joshua. All civil wars end in bloodshed. Well, that's the nature of war. Just had a kid detained on a school bus and the gun was loaded. What, in Utah or somewhere else? A school bus incident in 2001. A school bus incident was the thing that finally convinced me and my then wife to leave Kennesaw, Cobb County, Metro Atlanta. There was a 13-year-old kid that had been constantly bullied on the school bus by a 15-year-old kid in Cherokee County, I think it was, which is the county immediately north of Cobb County. And, you know, I already had one daughter who was getting ready to go into the school system, and we had just had our second daughter or just about to have our second daughter. And we were lying in bed watching the evening news, and anyone who watches the evening news in Atlanta knows that the first 10, 15 minutes are dominated by violence. And we're watching this story about a 15-year-old kid that was killed on a school bus. And when they went into the details, this 13-year-old kid who had been bullied by the 15-year-old, he couldn't take it anymore. And if you know how a school bus works, you know that when you're getting on and off the school bus, you go up and down stairs. Well, they were getting off the bus, and the 15-year-old happened to be ahead of the 13-year-old, and he was one step below the 13-year-old. So he was a little bit below the 13-year-old's level, and the 13-year-old punched him in the back of the head, right behind the ear. And if you know anything about human anatomy, you know that somewhere right behind the ear, there's a certain spot that's not really covered by bone so much. It's very soft. And if you hit it in just the right way, you can kill somebody. Now, most people have to know what they're doing to do it, but accidents happen. And this 13-year-old happened to hit him in just the right spot and drove a piece of bone into his brain and killed him. You know, graveyard dead before he hit the ground. And I turned to my wife at the time, my wife, and I said, "We are leaving this place." And she said, "Yes, we are. We are leaving this place before Erin, who's my older daughter, goes to school." Because she was what, 3.5 at the time? So kindergarten was in her future. And we did. We left. Alex was born. And then a couple of months later, we were in Florida. Now, I'm not saying that Florida is or was, is or ever will be a paradise on earth. But compared to Metro Atlanta, Sarasota, Florida is nirvana. A hell of a lot less violent. And a hell of a lot less dangerous. And a hell of a better place to raise kids with a lot better school systems. And this was even before DeSantis came around. Yeah, I agree. That I agree. It could happen anywhere. I agree. It could happen in Florida. It could happen in Georgia. It could happen in anywhere. Blue state, blue city, red city, country, small town, small city, big city, megalopolis. It could happen anywhere. Yeah, she agreed. We had been talking about leaving Georgia and moving to Florida for a couple of years at that point, but we never did anything about it. But that was finally the reason. South Atlanta is more bad. Yes, I agree. And yes, Vic, I agree. It could happen anywhere. But you know what? It happened not literally on my front yard, but figuratively in my front yard, right there in Cherokee County, right at the border with Cobb County, which it ain't that far away. And full and fair disclosure, the two white kids that I remember the story, if I remember correctly, two white kids, two regular kids, never been in trouble with the law, no criminal records, no real scholastic problem records, not discipline problems as far as anyone could see, other than the normal teenage boys being teenage boys. And then one kid killed the other. And I'm going to stick my kid on a school bus with that? No, not on my watch. No. So, yeah. I don't even know why I got off on that. Anyway. No, you're right. You're absolutely right, Matt. We don't have a gun problem. We have what was it? Estimates of upwards of 450 million guns in this country, in a population of 350 million. If we had a gun problem, we'd know it by now. A gun is a tool. I've been saying this for years, and I put out a challenge for years, and nobody's ever taken me up on it. And I'll reiterate it again in a minute. But a gun is a tool. A knife is a tool. A bat is a tool. A hammer is a tool. A screwdriver is a tool. A car is a tool. A kitchen knife is a tool. And guess what? All those things I just mentioned can be lethal. They can kill. I could stab somebody with a flat blade screwdriver and do just as much damage as if I stabbed them with a kitchen knife. I can hit someone with a car and kill him just as dead as if I shot him. Diesel fuel mixed with ammonium nitrate can kill. Just ask the people in Oklahoma City. A pickup truck rented from a U-Haul place or a similar place can kill. Just ask the people who nearly got run down, or are relatives of people who got run down in Central Park or wherever that was in New York, when some Arab guy plowed through a crowd of people in a park with a pickup truck. Ask the people in Wisconsin who were at a Christmas parade about the I think it was 6 people that were killed and 60 odd people were injured by one man driving a Ford Escape through a parade route. And I've made the challenge to the gun grabbers. I own a gun. I own an actual firearm, and I own a Byrna launcher. So I'm not a marksman by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm a gun owner, and I'm a member of the NRA. And I've made the challenge to a lot of people over the years. I will take a gun. Your choice, my choice. Whoever picks the gun, I will load it, and you can watch me load it. I will cock it. I will chamber around, and I will cock that gun, and I will put it on a table and put a camera on it. And we could do this for an hour, a day, a week, a month, a year. There's only one rule to this challenge, and I have $1,000 to back up this challenge. One rule: nobody can touch the gun. No human being, no animal, no vegetable, no mineral can touch the gun. And if that gun of its own volition goes off and hurts someone, I hand you $1,000, or I'll donate $1,000 to the charity of your choice. Nobody has taken me up on that challenge. Nobody. Because a gun or a knife or a car or a bat or a truck or a hammer or a screwdriver or a wrench, on its own, an inanimate object cannot injure a human being. It has to be manipulated. It has to be wielded by. It has to be used by a person. We do not have a gun problem. We do not have a knife problem. We do not have a car problem. We do not have a anything. We have a people problem. We have so cheapened human life in this country and in this world that people don't see human life as valuable anymore, or some don't. That's why when Matt says, was it Matt that said it? Yeah, Matt says, we don't have a gun problem, we have a people problem. He is 1,000% correct. Joshua, you are correct as well. We have a people problem. And now I will get off my soapbox. Because nobody came here to talk about that, I'm sure. I'm sure people came here to point at me and laugh about the Florida Gators and to talk about other things as well. I got messages since Saturday from various people, private messages for the most part. Yes, I do, and I don't have to think that. All I have to do is look at the evidence in front of my face to know that. I dare anyone to walk around the streets of Chicago at night, or Los Angeles, or San Francisco, or Baltimore, or New York, or Boston, or Atlanta, or even Charlotte. Yeah, get on a light rail train. That sounds like a really good idea. Let's get on a light rail train in Charlotte, North Carolina, and see how that works. But I got a few messages here and there saying, wait, are you going to hide now? Yeah, basically that's what it boiled down to. Am I going to hide? Am I going to disappear because of Florida losing to South Florida? No. No. I have been a Gator fan since 1975. I've been a Gator fan since before most of you people were even born. I'll use that as a flex. I guarantee you I've been a Gator fan longer than Vic's been alive, or Matt, or Nate, or Battle Angel, or Joshua, or Albert. I have seen the Gators at their very worst. I'll refer you to the 1979 season. I have seen the Gators at their very best. I have witnessed mediocre coaches. I've witnessed good coaches. I've witnessed great coaches. I've witnessed bad coaches. I've witnessed bad quarterbacks. I've witnessed a couple of the greatest that ever took a snap. I'm not going to give up on the Gators. I'm not. But I've also written off the 2025 season. And I've pulled up the schedule and put it in a window. We'll go through it. I might, I'll probably bring, I'll probably open up the StreamYard first. And then, we'll bring, I'm sure Sven will come in. Hopefully Vic will come in. And we'll go through it, have a little fun with it. But no, I'm not going to go run and hide. I don't do that. And I mean, a lot of you have known me for multiple years on the YouTubes, The only time I ever disappeared off of YouTube was a couple of, I thought, well-deserved breaks because I was burned out. And I had to step away while my father was unwell. Which, by the way, we're coming up on the 3-year anniversary of my father's passing. So I'm here. I ain't going anywhere. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
And Mr. Bug Eyes is here.
Yeah. He's also down bad. Michigan also lost.
Yeah,
what about it?
Saleen, my friend, you should celebrate.
Well, the only reason
And
I'd be celebrating is because we're about to see the end of the Sun Belt Billy era.
I mean, if you see Florida's schedule, there is no way in hell, even if Nick Saban would be your head coach, yeah, and I mean this, there is no way in hell Florida is winning 9 games. There is no way with this.
I never said Florida was going to win 9 games. I said 6-6.
Yeah. I mean, even if Nick Saban would be your head coach, or Kirby Smart, or Ryan Day, or Urban Meyer, or Steve Spurrier, there's no way they are winning 9 games with this schedule. And the earlier Napier is gone, the better for you.
Yeah.
And what Florida has to do instant is fire Strickland right behind him.
Well, unfortunately, Strickland was the guy that hired Todd Golden, who just won a national championship. Strickland is safe. Unfortunately, Strickland is safe.
Before he was in Florida, he was at Mississippi State. He's terrible. He's absolutely terrible.
Oh, I'm well aware. But I mean, look at the schedule. I mean, you can see it on the screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see 2 wins. Maybe.
I see none.
I see maybe 2 wins.
I see none.
Mississippi State and Kentucky.
No. I don't think we can beat Mississippi State at this point. Well, okay, let me explain myself.
Of course.
Let me explain myself. We have just started with the loss to South Florida, which, by the way, my younger daughter did troll me a little bit on that. She did have a little fun trolling the old man because she is a South Florida student.
Good.
I mean, look at the next 4 games in succession. 4. LSU, road game. Miami, road game. Texas, home game. Raj. Texas A&M, road game. I see with the South Florida game now, I see 0-5 in that 5-game stretch. I don't see that any way.
I have to slightly disagree.
Well,
I give you a 30% chance, to upset Texas. Texas is not a good football team. They have an absolute trash can of a quarterback. If Florida,
but we have an absolute trash can of a coach.
Yeah, if Florida has at least decent defense, Arch Manning will give you chances to beat them.
Okay, but hear me out.
It's a 30% chance. It's a 30% chance.
We are looking at right now. We're looking at a team going into the Texas game is likely to be 1-4, 1-3, 1-3.
Whatever.
Okay, they'll be coming off of back-to-back losses to LSU and Miami, another in-state rival, by the way.
Yeah.
So a 1-3 team that is very likely to have just gotten blown out by the Miami Hurricanes. you're
what I expect.
looking at a very strong possibility that Napier will have lost the locker room. And if Napier loses the locker room, there's no way that he can beat Texas at home. And if he loses to Texas at home, which is likely to be a nationally televised game, by the way, and there's a rumor that SEC Nation might show up at that game, but I doubt it. I think there's a very strong possibility that Napier might be dead man walking by the end of the Texas game. And if he loses to Mississippi State, he's going to lose to A&M. If he loses to Mississippi State at home going into the bye week, he is definitely done.
Yeah. And Mississippi State is not a good football team. So, no. and we just lost our two best linemen, one defensive lineman and our best offensive lineman in the Arizona State game.
Yeah.
Everybody says, yeah, that's a good win. Who ranked Arizona State at 12? Arizona State is a mediocre, mid-tier Power 4 team. There is no Cam Scalaboo who ran for 300 yards last year all over us and beat us alone. He didn't need a Sam Levitt or any quarterback. He beat us alone. He scored 4 touchdowns on us.
Team sport.
Scalaboo. So, and there is no Scalaboo, and Mississippi State has flaws. Arizona State come to our house and scored 20 unanswered points. Mississippi State is not good.
Well,
we are a bad football team, a really bad football team. And I
don't know. Did you not watch the Florida game? We are a really bad football team.
Yeah. Of course,
we have some talent, but we don't have a coach.
Yeah, this is the problem. We have a coach, a young coach, but the people in the locker room trust him. And you have a guy who doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. What do you got, Nate?
I just let you know if you hear some banging noise in the background, it's the siding guys. We're getting a new siding for the house, so just to let you know.
Oh, congratulations. And after the bye week, it doesn't get any better. Georgia is going to road grade the Gators. The Kentucky and Ole Miss games are road games, and Kentucky is not easy to beat at home. Ole Miss is looking for revenge. Tennessee,
you beat Tennessee. Tennessee never beats. Tennessee never beats Florida. Never.
Well, they're going to do it this year. I'm looking at this guy, and you know what? All of a sudden, the Florida State game looks like there's no possibility.
I'm not so sure.
Well, I've looked at Florida State. They didn't look terrible. We look terrible.
They look decent. Alabama didn't came to play. Ty Simpson is a trash can, and to beat a nobody 70-0 or whatever, it doesn't mean that they are good week 12.
They beat a ranked team and we didn't.
Yeah, but who ranked Alabama? That's my question. Alabama, they have the talent, but they have no quarterback.
I'm looking at this schedule, Sven, and I'm seeing a 1-11 team.
No, I see 3-9. And
I don't see us beating Kentucky on the road. I really don't. After Georgia tears the heart out of us, we're going to travel to Kentucky to beat them. I don't see
it. If Stoops loses to Tulane, he's gone.
I'm hoping that Napier is gone by the bye week after the Mississippi State.
There's a real possibility, and I'm not trolling. I love you dearly, you know that. there's a real possibility LSU puts a 50 burger on you.
No, that's a very good possibility of that.
There's a real possibility. And if that happens and Legway gets his head chopped off, what I think will happen, they may fire him next week. I mean, LSU is a damn good football team. They played against Louisiana Tech. I saw the game, and they played with their foot a little bit in the first half, and in the second half, for 10 minutes, they made clear, okay, guys, let's put 3 touchdowns on the board, and that's it. Boom, boom, boom. 8 minutes, 3 touchdowns, ball game. So
LSU is that game is going to be over by halftime.
This LSU game is over after 15 minutes after the first quarter.
Yeah, probably. And then the Miami game is going to be no better.
I tell you what,
he might be done by the Miami game.
I tell you what, I think Miami is a better football team from what I saw as LSU. I mean, I watched the Miami Florida game on the what is this called, Patreon page here from Lou, and I had my monitor here and listened to Lou, and the first thing I saw is, what the fuck is this O-line? They have guys you never saw before, 370 pounds, 6'7", monsters. They torch Notre Dame. Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, Notre Dame is. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah. Notre Dame was known for good O-line, good D-line. They got torched, and Beck had half an hour time to look it up. Okay, I throw the ball to you, and I throw the ball to you. Miami is really good, and I have Miami right now winning the ACC, undefeated.
You know what? At this point, this is the team that I'm more concerned about now, because as far as I'm concerned, the Gators are done, and I'll just watch them to see how soon it will be before Napier is fired.
Yeah, but
I'm more interested right now in what Harvard does.
Yeah,
and Harvard looks like they have a schedule that is favorable to them winning the Ivy League.
By the way, where's Vic?
I don't know where Vic is. I dropped the link. He's in the chat somewhere. But I will spare everyone too much of this. But I am looking forward to September 20th when Harvard plays Stetson, and then the next week they beat up the Marxists at versus Brown. It's a home game for Harvard. That's good. Holy Cross, it might as well be a home game. Cornell should be an easy win. Merrimack should be a win. The only games I'm really worried about are Princeton and Dartmouth.
And
I'm not too worried about Yale this year. Yale's down a bit. They graduated a lot of talent.
Yale is a 27-time national champion. Put respect on Yale.
Yeah, okay. But Yale graduated a lot of their team from last year out. So,
but by the way, Saleen, I have a serious question, and I mean that. This league where Harvard plays must be the richest league from a university standpoint in the world. I mean, Columbia, Harvard, Yale, Stetson, these guys have Princeton. They have money, absolute endless money. Why are they so bad in football? Nobody cares or what?
Well, football in the Northeast is not a big thing anyway. So
Yeah, you know, but you understand what I mean.
At least anymore.
I mean, the University of Princeton or the University of Harvard buys Alabama or Georgia out of their pocket change. This is no joke. These guys, I mean, you said when I see this, if they put money in their football program, they are serious. In 5-6 years, they are serious contenders. And I mean, 50 million a year is not much money for Harvard or for Yale or for Princeton. But I guess they don't care enough.
no, Harvard. Like I said, football in the Northeast in general is not a thing. I mean,
It's more hockey or what?
Football is an outdoor sport in a region of the country where 6 months out of the year,
It's snow.
it's not a lot of fun to be outdoors. So, that's why hockey and basketball are so popular in the Northeast because they're indoor sports.
And in Midwest too.
And in the Midwest, where Harvard, the Ivy League in general does have enough money, with NIL that they could go out and they could buy themselves a really, really good team.
Yeah.
But to what end? I mean, if you go to an Ivy League football game,
there are 5,000 people, I guess.
You'll be lucky if there were 5,000 people. I've seen games on ESPN Plus where there were. I mean, literally, you could probably say there were a couple of hundred people in the stands.
Yeah, you can't count them on two hands.
Yeah, so and they're all of them FCS schools. They don't none of the Ivy League participate in the postseason anyway, so they don't go to bowl games.
Yeah.
You play for the Ivy League championship, and that's it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, the Ivy League has their own championship?
Yeah, I mean it's a conference championship, but that's the biggest thing anyone in the Ivy League can hope for is to win the Ivy League championship. Yeah. After that, you're not going bowling, you're not participating in the FCS championship bracket. At the end of the season, regular season, is the end of the football for the Ivy League. That's it. There is no more.
I mean, the Ivy League champion, let's say Harvard goes 12-0 or 10-0 or whatever, how many games they play. They are not participating in the FCS playoffs?
Nope.
Why not?
Not at all. They don't do it. I don't know why they don't do it. They just don't. I mean, I've even seen Ivy League schools ranked in the FCS top 25. I think Harvard was like 18th or 17th at one point last year in the FCS poll. Yeah. But it doesn't matter if an Ivy League school was ranked in the top 10 or top 5 in the FCS. When their schedule is over, it's over. That's it. The season's over.
There's no
playoffs. There's nothing.
My question is, are they don't want to play in the FCS championship, or they are not allowed to play?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
I don't know if it's they don't want to bother, or if if the Ivy League is just opted out for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You know what?
I mean,
how about that? Let's ask the Google machine.
Look it up.
Why doesn't the Ivy League
participate?
Play. Oh wait, why does the Ivy League only play 10 games?
Because there are 10 teams or 11 teams?
No. I traditionally plays a 10-game football season because the conference prioritizes academics over athletics, and the shorter schedule avoids conflicts with crucial final exams. The policy was cemented in the 1954 Ivy League President's Agreement, which also prohibited postseason play. Although the league has historically maintained this stance, it voted in late 2024 to allow its football teams to participate in the FCS playoffs starting in the 2025 season. Oh, how about that?
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
what?
Well, starting this year, the Ivy League, if they qualify for the FCS playoffs,
they can play.
They can play. But until this year, they were prohibited by an agreement in 1954.
Yeah, 70 years ago.
The President's Agreement in 54 kept the Ivy League out of postseason play. But starting this year, those teams are now allowed, even with a 10-game schedule, they are now allowed to participate.
Yeah.
And there is talk to make to add at least one game to the Ivy League season and make it an 11-game schedule, and eventually bring it up to the 12-game schedule that everyone else plays. So the Ivy League's decided, for whatever reason, which is probably revenue based, to put on the big boy pants and play with the rest of us instead of being their own little Marxist elitist bullshit private party.
Yeah.
So good on them.
Yeah.
I hope it works out.
I mean, if they see North Dakota State or South Dakota State, I mean, this is a blowout of epic proportions, I guess. But if they qualify, go and play. Good for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. By the way, Saleen, congratulations. You won the pick'em this week.
I did?
Oh, you did.
Oh, how'd I do?
And the German is down bad.
Well, what was my win-loss last week?
I tell you. The first game was Iowa State. We all three picked Iowa State. The second game was Ole Miss, Kentucky. One idiot picked Kentucky. Must be a German. The other two picked Ole Miss. We all had Southern over Jackson State. What was the correct answer? The next one was Arizona State, Mississippi State. And you switched in the last second to Mississippi State. And Vic was wrong. I naturally picked Mississippi State. So the fourth game was Vandy, Virginia Tech, and we all had Vandy. We also had all nickel going down against Dan Mullen and UNLV. So, and the last game I picked wrong, Kansas versus Mizzou, and you ended up with 7 points, Vic had 6 points, and I had 5 points. What the result is, Saleen 10 points, Vic 10 points, and the 5-star dummy from Germany 8 points.
Well, still anybody's game. Huh? Have you got 7 more games lined up?
I have 7 new games.
Well, if we could get Vic in here, we could do a pick.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know where he is.
I'll put the link in there again.
Yeah.
I saw Vic in here earlier.
Yeah. Let me.
Well,
see
you know what?
Here.
Maybe we'll have Nate pick for him if Vic doesn't show up.
Okay.
Just so you know, if you hear
VicTube is in the stream. I can.
Yeah, I know he's in the chat somewhere, but
yeah. Let's wait 20 minutes. But Nate, you can stay here, and you can pick with us. It's no problem.
Okay. Well, you might hear some really bad background noise. So just,
No, we've
Okay.
been over that. We've been over that.
Good
Nate. Don't
morning,
worry.
Kevin. Kevin is
Hey,
here.
Coke Zero's here.
No, it's Kevin alone.
Yeah, K-Dog,
Yeah, it's Kevin.
the movie guy.
I like him. He's a nice guy. I like him.
Is it? Don't people still call him Coke Zero, or is that just me?
I call him Kevin. It's his name.
No,
I don't
well,
know.
anyway, but no, I can assure everyone in here and everyone who gives a damn, which is probably two people besides anyone in here. Doesn't matter how bad Florida does. It doesn't matter how bad I'm clowned about being a Florida fan. I ain't gonna hide. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna be right here unless there's a schedule conflict of some kind. I will be right here talking to all you fine folks and anyone who wants to listen to me. You know, Florida's not a good team. They're badly coached. They have some decent talent that the coach doesn't know what the hell to do with, and they have a brutal schedule for the second year in a row that is not conducive to being a winning football program.
Yeah. I mean, I was last year here, the complete season, and we won 2 games and got blown out by Toledo at home by 150.
Okay.
So
Okay, Kevin, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't run away.
I wonder whatever happened to Jesse. I hope he's okay.
Roger.
He's probably busy raising his family.
Yeah.
That'll take up a lot of time in any man's life.
I mean, if the kids are small and tiny and toddlers, you need a little bit time.
No, these kids are. I'm thinking his son is probably getting real close to being a teen, and his daughter is probably around 10 or 11 at this point, maybe 10. But she is, I believe she's autistic, and that is a big challenge.
Yeah, this is
and now that my younger daughter works with autistic kids as part of her getting her master's degree, and probably is going to be part of her career going forward. I hear the stories of how hard these kids can be to deal with, and that's just for a few hours a day. His son is in high school. Oh, wow. Really? Must be like a freshman or something, right?
No, Rogers isn't that old. He's maybe in his mid-40s or early 40s.
That's about right. That's about right.
Yeah, he's a young fellow.
Yeah.
We can say this, Saleen. We are the old guys.
Yeah, we're the old guys. Yeah.
Yeah, we can say this.
Well, I plan on hanging around for a while anyway. And my doctor says I can hang around for a little while too, as long as I
as
long as I exercise.
I don't drink, I don't smoke. I make a lot of sports, and I will get a heart attack when I'm 85, and that's it.
No. And I was going to ask Battle Angel, how goes it with Lou and the not smoking thing anymore? I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, I think he said he quit 2 months ago. I think Lou said.
Yeah. He quit. It's funny. He made it a point of saying on somewhere on one of his videos or something that he not only quit smoking, but he said he lost 4 pounds. Usually when people quit smoking, they gain weight, but Lou lost weight evidently. And I wish him well. I hope he stays off that crap and lungs clean out, and he does real well for himself.
I see it from other standpoint. You pay for shit who kills you. And this is absolutely generated. You pay for stuff, a lot of money, what kills you. And if you smoke, your chances you get killed by this stuff are not low.
That is good.
Yeah, 3
Battle
months,
Eagle says
good.
he's been 3
Good on
months
him.
without cigarettes. That's fantastic news. I bet he'll find also that food tastes better too.
Yeah.
I understand that people who quit smoking say that their food tastes better because the lack of nicotine helps improve their taste buds.
By the way, Saleen,
Yeah.
you want to hear the craziest football stat in this decade?
Oh, sure. I'm always interested in crazy shit.
Listen,
I'm listening.
you know who Arch Manning is and Steve Sarkisian?
Arch Manning is the quarterback for Texas, and isn't Sarkisian the coach of Texas?
Right.
Okay.
The last time, listen closely, the last time the Texas Short Beavers won a regular season game against a ranked team is exactly 2 years and 1 day ago. It was September 9th in 2023 when they went to Alabama and beat them. Texas has not beaten a single ranked team in a regular season in 2 years. Can you believe this shit? But it's true. I looked it up. This is absolutely insane.
Have they played anybody ranked?
Of course. But I mean, Carson Beck took it easy on them, gave them 3 extra possessions through 3 interceptions at Austin, and Georgia still won by 15. And they lost to Oklahoma. Yeah, and that's it. Otherwise, Texas A&M was not ranked last year. Florida was not ranked last year. Mississippi State was ranked number 2,700, whatever. They played nobody. Texas has not won a regular season game against a ranked team in 2 years. This is absolutely insane. And they ranked them number 1 with a quarterback who achieved over 3 quarters against Ohio State 40 yards on offense and a completion percentage from 53 or 57. I don't remember exactly. This is absolutely insane. And the other crazy stat is, did you know that the University of Notre Dame didn't win a single game in the 2025 season and got ranked first 9th? They got smoked by Miami, and in the bye week, they had week 2, they had a bye week, got up to number 8. How insane is it? They didn't win a single game, and Notre Dame is ranked 8th. How crazy is this shit? This is absolutely insane. I mean, USF beat Boise State, and they ranked Boise State number 21. For what? I mean, everybody and their grandmother knew Ashton Jeanty run for 2,600 yards. And if Jeanty is gone, Boise is history. Everybody knew that. Boise is a shitty, middle of the road G5 team. They have no chance at all to even sniff on a championship game. There's no way in hell. So, and the next week, they go to the number 11 ranked Florida Gators. I mean, first of all, Florida won 7 games last year. Second of all, their quarterback threw his first ball mid-June. He was 7 months injured. 7 months or 6 months, half a year. I mean, what deadbeats are making these rankings? How in the heck can you rank Florida 11th, Arizona State without Cam Scadaboo 12th, and Notre Dame 8th? This is absolutely insane. I mean, Notre Dame lost a close game against Miami. But Miami, who the heck is Miami? Miami didn't even win the ACC in 20 years. Huh? And Texas didn't win a thing in 20 years. They lost, got blown out by Ohio State. Ohio State won the national championship. And they are ranked behind Texas. What the heck is this? What the heck? Why is Texas even ranked ahead of UGA? I mean, I don't like the False Bulldogs in Georgia, but Georgia beat twice their ass, and once with the backup quarterback, with Connor Stockton. And Texas is ranked ahead of UGA. In what world we are living? This is absolute nuts. Crazy stuff. I mean, if we beat Arkansas State and NIU and Mississippi State is 4-0, they rank Mississippi State or what?
Well, Florida was ranked 13th when they played USF.
Yeah, I thought 11th. Okay, there was 13th. Okay. I mean, Florida never was the 13th best team this year. Everybody knew that. I mean, it's nothing against you or don't want to troll you. Florida may be the 63rd best team or 53rd or 43rd best team. I can buy that, but not the 13th best. They are maybe the 13th best team in the SEC. I can agree on that. I mean,
keep talking, Sven. Somebody just left a package at my front door. I want to go get it.
Yeah, go.
But Florida being ranked 13th, no.
This is crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. Huh? So, where's Vic? Vic, are you here in the chat? Where's the Vic man?
Okay, I just want to get it inside so I didn't get porch pirated. Yeah. But yeah, Florida was ranked in the preseason was ranked in the top 25 before we played a game.
Yeah.
And then got ranked 13th after beating up a high school team. So
yeah, I mean,
I don't get it.
The Tennessee man is talking trash. Since Saturday, they beat up on East Tennessee 170-0 or whatever it was, and they think they beat UGA now. I mean, the last touchdown they scored against UGA was when Hendon Hooker was their quarterback. Do you know how long this ago is? Mississippi State scored more touchdowns in one game against UGA as Tennessee had in the past 9 years. That's how bad Tennessee is. That's how trash. I mean, get the hell out of here. Kevin, ask him where he is, and he tell him, please, we want to do the pick him. I can do it too, but I don't have my handy here, my phone here.
Well, we lost Nate, so I guess Nate isn't going to substitute pick for Vic. So okay.
Nate, I see Nate. I still see Nate.
Well, he dropped out of the StreamYard, is what I'm saying.
Oh, Yeah, now I see it. I was on the YouTube channel. Now I see the yeah. Yeah. But we can pick if you want. Or
Well,
should we give Vic 5 minutes?
let's give Vic
Vic, yeah.
another 10, 15 minutes or so.
But I can give you the teams, and you can think about it a little bit. And I have really interesting.
By the way, latest word is Cook is still alive, but varying reports are saying he's critical, and another report says, "quote It doesn't look good," unquote. They do have the shooter in custody, evidently.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk.
It was a 200-yard shot.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk is this author and podcaster who does sit-ins in the universities, and the students ask questions, and he's a Trump guy.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's very young.
He's a YouTuber, podcaster, radio personality.
Yeah. He's around 30, 35 years old. He's a young guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I know who it is. I'm a German. I'm not so familiar with your VIPs over the years, but I saw him, and he looked like a decent guy. I know him. I don't know him personal, but at least he had real arguments to make.
He's a very smart guy too. I've listened to him speak many times. I've listened to his radio program.
Yeah,
I listen to him on Rumble. Yes, I have a Rumble channel. I don't post anything there, but I use it to listen to Rumble because on YouTube he keeps getting kicked off. Although now with the adults in charge around here, maybe YouTube's backed off a little bit on the censorship. He's a very smart man.
Thank you,
but
Kevin.
he's definitely someone on the conservative side, and you go on these universities and they're chock full of left wingers, and most of them are relatively peaceful, and they just have strange ideas and so on, but they're not violent lefties. Yeah. And then you've got these crazies out there.
Yeah.
The Antifa types, the BLM types, the violent anti-Zionist, anti-Semite types, the violent anti-Christian types.
Yeah, and all it takes is one crazy person.
Yeah, all it takes is one. And there's plenty of those type of people on the right side of the political spectrum too. I'm not going to say that they aren't out there.
I mean, the last person who got shot in Germany was Oscar Lafontaine, and that's about 30 years ago. A politic person who got shot is 30 years ago.
Well, Kevin, I appreciate you trying.
Yeah. Kevin is a nice guy, and he.
I don't know what we'll do with Vic's totals if he doesn't come on and make his own picks.
It's no problem, Saleen, because Vic has a show on Friday, and I can do his picks on Friday.
Yeah,
this is no problem. I'm flexible.
Yeah, he does his program while I'm having dinner.
Yeah. Here is it now 10 after 10 p.m.
Yeah. This ends up being a late night for you, I guess.
No. I'm used to this. We scored the winning touchdown against Arizona State exactly 4 a.m. and 57 minutes. 3 minutes before 5 a.m. This is normal to me. I'm used to this stuff since many, many years.
Yeah, good point.
And I'm retired. I'm my own boss. I can do whatever I want.
Are you married?
I was married.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you're not married now, so you are actually your own boss. That's good.
I'm my own boss. My wife passed away. She had leukemia.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it is what it is.
Yeah, but still, it's
Yeah.
better. It's better that you're single that way instead of single by divorce.
Yeah. I have some crazy ladies around me, my daughters and my grandkids and my best buddy. She is a lady she lived here in Berlin for 1,000 years and she's now back in Switzerland. And she is my best buddy. I love her to death. And I go with her snowboarding a little bit
Today would have been, if I hadn't gotten divorced, today would have been my 31st wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
And also the anniversary of our first date together. So
yeah,
we would have celebrated 33 years together if shit hadn't gone south.
I mean, I never will marry again.
I would say my attitude towards that is, I'm not going to say I would never marry again, but I just don't see. I don't even date, so I don't see it happening.
If you retired in Germany, you don't pay. You pay the same taxes as if you married or not married. Hey, you are not the birthday boy. You are a liar.
Yeah.
You are a liar.
I'm not
What's
the
up,
birthday
Vic?
boy anymore. Yeah, what's up, Sven? Yeah, congratulations on your win against Arizona State.
Arizona State. I just hold a monologue for 20 minutes. Arizona State should never ever be anywhere near a top 25.
Nope. Yeah,
Sam
it turns
Levitt.
out
Sam Levitt.
Arizona State is a fraud.
Sam Levitt. Last year he was decent. This year he's an absolute trash can. So
Because
and
he
without
doesn't have Skibbity.
Skibbity beat us last year on his own. He don't needed a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a defense. He needed nobody. He ran for 345 yards on Mississippi State alone. Kim Skibbity. So, Vic, I have bad news.
What's that?
We got our asses beaten in the pick'em. Saleen beat us, and you took second place, and I was dead last, as always. So, and now we can do the new games. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The first game. Oh,
I can't wait to see what he came up with this week.
leave me alone, old man.
Well, you came up with some pretty obscure games last week.
Hey, I do the work. I decide.
All right, I'm not arguing. I'm not berating. I'm just saying a lot of those games were a little obscure.
It's all fine. So I have to. So now I have it. Where is Saleen? Vic, Sven. The first game is Georgia Tech versus Clemson. It is at Georgia Tech. And the report is from C-Dog, who we all know that Haynes King has a chronic shoulder injury and his capability of throwing a football is at max 85%.
I want to take Clemson.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll go Clemson, I guess.
Okay, I go Georgia Tech. The second
Yeah.
game is the Fighting Billy Napiers against Burger King, LSU, BK. I take LSU.
Yeah, LSU.
God, I hate doing this. I'm gonna take the corn dogs. Sorry, we don't have the talent.
Yeah. Wisconsin against Alabama in Tuscaloosa. I take the Gumps.
Yeah, get Bama.
Bama.
Okay. The wannabe UGA Beatles versus the real UGA. Tennessee versus Georgia at Tennessee.
Yeah,
Rick.
yeah. You already know who I got.
Tennessee.
No, Georgia.
What? How the heck? Saleen?
Where's the game played again?
Neyland.
Knoxville doesn't matter.
No, probably not. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Georgia also.
Okay. I have to make up ground. I do the crazy thing. I take Tennessee. I don't know why. I'm an idiot. Whatever.
No,
Do
you
you
never
both
know.
know-
Georgia, Tennessee might rear up and steal one. You never know.
I don't believe so. I mean, as I said, the last touchdown they scored against UGA was when Hendon Hooker was their quarterback. So the next game is the backyard brawl. Pittsburgh versus West Virginia. A very famous rivalry game. And
Didn't
I
West
take
Virginia
Pitt.
lose?
By the way, just for that you know, West Virginia lost last week to Ohio, and not Ohio State, to Ohio, Miami of Ohio.
Yeah.
They got their ass kicked. Pittsburgh at West Virginia. I take Pitt.
I'll take Pitt.
Yeah, Pitt.
So, Saleen, who do you got?
I got Pitt.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean Pitt. Yeah. I mean West Virginia lost to Ohio, so.
Yeah, if you're losing to Ohio,
So,
you're
the
doing
next-
something wrong.
The next game is very interesting. The Fake Cadets against Rudy.
What, A&M versus Notre Dame?
Yeah, at Notre Dame.
I'll take A&M.
Yeah. Rudy.
Okay. You take Notre Dame. I take A&M.
Oh,
So, in
blind
the last
squirrels
game-
think Dogs O-line better step up, or Sven might be right.
We will see. Oh, Blind. Good morning, Blind.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah,
And I think he's a Georgia fan, isn't he?
Blind.
He is. Yeah, he is.
Blind is a Georgia fan, and he comes sometimes to our Mississippi State radio show.
Okay.
The last game, and I did it extra for my buddy Saleen. Duke at the Green Wave of Tulane.
Oh, there's a head scratcher. Low-level ACC team versus a group of 5 low-level.
Powerhouse. Tulane is a G5 powerhouse. They
Yeah,
win
right.
nine games in their sleep.
I'm gonna take Tulane.
Yeah, where's that game being played? Is it in Tulane or
I think it's in Tulane.
yeah, Tulane? Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'm going
Can you look it up
to
quick? Can you look it
yeah,
up where it
yeah,
is?
okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go with Duke because they got Tulane's quarterback. So
Yeah, and I go also with Duke. So Saleen
Well,
has 10 points.
I gotta deviate from the plan at some point.
Yeah. Saleen has 10 points. Vic has 10 points. I have 8 points. So we all have LSU, Bama, Pitt, and the other games are different. We will see. I tell you next week.
And good morning to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, blind. Hello, blind. Blind, did you saw Matt's video? He made a video about the quarterbacking of Arizona State against Mississippi State. Watch it. It's really good. It's for blind. So, by the way, Vic, did you notice what I said about Texas? You were here?
yeah, you said that that Arch Manning is trash.
Everybody knows. No, I said Texas didn't win a regular season game against a ranked team since September 9th, 2023. That's 2 years and 1 day. They didn't beat a ranked team in 2 years in regular season. And they ranked these wannabes number 1. Why is that? Georgia kicked their ass twice. Why was Texas ranked number 1? They have a trash can of a quarterback who can't complete a pass to save his life against decent defenses. They have horrible, absolute trash cans of wide receivers who can't catch a pass. I mean, what the heck? Texas is maybe at best a 9-3 team. At best. I can't believe this stuff. And Notre Dame didn't win a single game this year. And they went up from 9 to 8 in the rankings. For what? For losing to freaking Miami? This is insane. I can't believe this stuff. By the way, Lou said yesterday he feels more to play Mississippi State as Florida. That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah, I take that statement with a grain of salt, but
yeah, I mean, I called in yesterday in his show, and he told me. He said Mississippi State has at least 3 wide receivers and a capable quarterback, and I mean, Evans, your Evans, Vic Tube, will have 1,200 yards at the end of the season. I can guarantee you this. At least 1,200, if not 1,500.
Yeah, I could guarantee that too. Yeah.
And but we still have to clean him up. He still has the UGA flu. He dropped a pass wide open. It was 89 with 50 seconds to go. I don't know if you saw it. Around him, 20 yards. There was no Arizona State man. He dropped it right in his hands, and he dropped the ball. We call it the UGA flu.
Yeah.
But Evans is a really talented and good wide receiver. I mean, he didn't play at UGA. So, and if you don't have
No, not
playing-
much. He played.
yeah, and if you don't,
He played a little bit. I mean, we had him returning punts, but
he's really good. We like him. He's on our number 2. Thomas is our number 1. He's the second fastest wide receiver. It's the second fastest player in NCAA behind this Olympian from A&M. You heard of him here, the 200-meter guy from A&M who runs the 200 meter under 20 seconds.
No,
And
I don't know. No, I don't know who you're talking about. But
I look it up and tell you Friday. And Thomas runs. He was also on the Olympian team, and he runs the 200 meters in 19.98 seconds. And I mean, he is. If he has the ball and he's 1-on-1, you don't stop him. It's a touchdown. Yeah, but we played a bad Arizona State team, and they shouldn't be ranked.
no, and they're not ranked. So
Yeah, and so is Alabama. I mean, to hang 77 or 73 on UL Monroe, congratulations.
it was 70. It was 72. Yeah.
Yeah, or 72
Well,
or whatever. So I mean, congratulations. I mean, they got housed by a guy who bullied them all of season, and he smoked them and backed it up.
Yes.
A benched quarterback from Boston College. This is crazy stuff. And I think
there it is. It was 73. Yes, 73-0.
Yeah, 73. Yeah. And
all right, but noon cares. So
nobody cares.
yeah, noon.
I mean the gums are dead.
Yeah,
It's
no
over.
one is supposed to be 2 words, but sometimes people incorrectly type no one as 1 word, so it looks like it's noonay.
Sven, can you walk us through your emotions as Hell State was going to go ahead touchdown late in the game versus Arizona State? What's up, Harry? It's simple. We were up 17-zip. Absolute domination. The first 28 minutes. Arizona State scored with a minute to go at halftime, a field goal, and I knew here we go. So Levitt couldn't complete the pass, and they run 2 series, one with 17 plays and one with 15 plays. Straight up the middle with 1 pass game. They in the 17 play drive. They threw the ball 1 time and run it 16 times straight up to our 1-yard line. And our bad defensive line hold them to a field goal. So, and I knew if you give Shapen is absolutely underrated. If this dude is healthy, he's a top 10 quarterback in all of NCAA. And I mean that. He's a serious good quarterback. And his shortest touchdown pass against Arizona State was 45 yards. This was his shortest. It was 3 bombs, 45, 48, and 54 yards. So, and I knew if he gets Thomas open, we win the game.
What's up, Harry?
Arizona State made a big mistake. And I mean, nobody believed that Mississippi State can upset them? Nobody. Arizona State was ranked 12th, and Mississippi State is the doormat of the SEC, the laughingstock of the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, even I got excited at the end with that touchdown. After that guy caught it, then I was like, go, 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 go. Yeah,
And
I mean, yeah, I was excited when he
the mo-
caught that ball because
most
I wanted y'all
the-
to win that for the
Yeah.
SEC. So
the most important thing in this game was, oh, your friend is here, Saleen.
Oh, yeah, you mean
Oh,
the name? You mean Jason?
Jason.
Yeah, from
Greetings from Aruba.
Yeah.
Aruba.
The most
Good to
important
see you,
thing.
sir.
Yeah. The most important thing in this whole game was all the 26 and 27 recruits from baseball, basketball, and football were at this game, were invited by Mississippi State, and they saw the game. And this is a game changer for Mississippi State.
That was it. It was Brennan Thompson that had the winning score.
Yeah, and this is the 22nd guy. He's the second fastest player on all of NCAA. And this was the biggest win.
No worries, Jason. Good to see you here.
Yeah. This was the biggest win for Mississippi State since the 2013 Egg Bowl, when Dak Prescott came in after his mom passed away, and he willed Mississippi State as backup quarterback to the win, and took them 1 year later to number one. And this win is significant for State because Lebby proved he can beat a decent team. Arizona State is not UGA or LSU or something like that, but Arizona State has a first round wide receiver and a 2 second rounder on the defensive line, and we beat them to death on the line in the first half, and that's important. And every recruit who want to go to Mississippi State saw it, and that's really important. And I think if Greg Sankey is fair and gives us next year a better schedule, we can throw some haymakers.
Ballard, by the way, just posted a prayers for Charlie Kirk video on his channel, so
Yeah,
I just thought I'd mention that.
Ballard has too many free time.
Yeah,
I like him. He's a nice guy.
as we say in Yiddish, lass him leben.
Yeah,
Let him live.
yeah.
He has very good insight. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it was a near capacity crowd. It was 5,000 seats were left, but I mean, we didn't win a SEC game in 1 year. Huh? So Leach passed away, and the reporter from Mississippi State said this win came from Mike Leach. He looked up from the heavens and said, "Enough is enough."
Well, we might be in Gainesville, might be looking at a 0 is an offer in the SEC.
Yeah.
Octavian, I don't think Octavian knows this channel exists, Harry. And
Octavian,
I'd like to keep it that way. I think he's a little bit on the. I think he's a little touched, so shall we say? And yeah, I don't need it. I really don't.
Yeah. I mean, I know Octavian for many years, and I can cope with him. If he comes here and you want to let him in and he talks too much, I say, Octavian, it's enough, and he will be silent. I can handle
I just, I mean, Octavian and I are both Gator fans. I get it, but Octavian is what I refer to as a glitter
Delusional.
gator. No,
He's-
glitter gator.
He's
This is something I came up with off of Lou used to have something called the Disney dogs.
yeah.
You know, the Georgia fans who can see no wrong with the program, despite the program at the time floundering in mediocrity.
Okay.
Glitter Gators are the same thing. You know, despite the fact that the program is really in a bad way, all everything they see is glittering with gold.
Yeah, they're delusional.
Yeah, they're delusional. They're
Yeah.
glitter gators.
By the way, Blind, Octavian called yesterday in to Matt Wyatt and cried and whined about Billy Napier and told us that earlier they fire him, that the better.
Yeah, well, you know what? I agree with that, but I could see the administration letting him hang around till the end of the year just to save money on the buyout.
The problem is the University of Florida has no president. There is no president. You have no sitting president.
No, that's true. They're still hunting for him.
And that's the main problem. If you had
But
a president,
the president isn't the one who's going to fire him anyway. It's going to be
yeah,
the AD.
but the president should fire Strickland.
Yes, but they won't fire Strickland. I said it at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
Nobody listens to me. Strickland was the one that hired Todd Golden. Todd Golden just brought Florida a natty in basketball. Ergo, Strickland is bulletproof.
Yeah,
At least for the time being.
he's bulletproof. Yeah. So how does Billy Napier still have a job?
I think it's a combination of a couple of factors. It's too soon in the season to fire him realistically.
Right.
I mean, the Gators are still only 1-1. Hey, Ballard, good to see you, man. I think it's too soon in the season to realistically fire him. I think the buyout is something like 20-odd million, 20.5 million. But if you wait till the end of the year, the buyout is a little bit more reasonable.
And if you wait until the end of if we wait until the middle of the season, it's more reasonable.
Yeah. I think, and we were talking about this before you came on. I think realistically, if he goes over all the way to the bye week, he's done after losing to Mississippi State. I think he's done, or it might be done after the Texas game, which is on national TV and at home. I think those are two natural firing points.
I think even if
I think a natural firing point is if he loses to Georgia.
What he will.
And another natural firing point is if he loses to Florida State at the end of the year.
I think they fire him after the Mississippi State game. He beats Mississippi State by 3 points. Florida has at this point 2 wins, is 2-6 or 2-5 or whatever, and they fire his ass.
Well, they're already screaming for his head at UF anyway, so they could let him go at any time. But I think after the Texas game is a natural point, the bye week is a natural point, after the cocktail party is a natural point.
Yeah.
Or at the end of the year, win or lose against Florida State.
No,
I think those are the most realistic.
No, you don't. You don't wait until the end of the year. Yes, it's definitely something that you don't do. But
probably not. But
I would say
natural points.
Yeah, right. I would say you fire him after the A&M game, if you're 1-5, I think
that would be
that if
that
Philly
would be a
is 1-5 after the A&M game, I think that's when he gets fired.
Yeah. Now
The
Vic
big-
brings up a good point, because I forgot the one thing about the Mississippi State game. The Mississippi State game is a home game.
Yeah.
So
So-
the A&M game is a road game. So if you're 1-5 at the end of the A&M game, and I think that's what it will be, letting Napier go, putting in the probably it would be the defensive coordinator would probably be elevated to the interim coach. Letting him coach the Mississippi State game, which is semi-winnable, and then having the bye week to prepare for the Georgia game, even though we're going to lose. That might not be a bad scenario in and of itself, because he has a relatively, and I'm sorry to say this in front of Sven, but the DC being elevated to interim at the end of the A&M game, you give him a game where he has a possibility of winning and
Of
a
course.
bye week and you've got essentially 3 weeks before the Georgia game to let the DC cook, as it were. So that may not be a bad scenario from that perspective. But if you don't fire him at that point, and you don't fire him after getting curb stomped by Georgia, then it becomes a question of why bother firing him at all until the end of the season, because you've already screwed up recruiting for the year. That's already out the window. Yeah. You might as well let him play out the string for the rest of 2025 and then fire him. That way your buyout is lower, and then you can start fresh with and you're not going bowling. So you have that's the end of November. You have all December and all that to find a new coach and start recruiting. And
what the problem is? You have the biggest problem what Florida has is, first of all, Kiffin will not be your new head coach. Florida.
Hang on a minute. Ballard, that is so unrealistic. It's not even worth commenting.
Then yes, if that were to happen, then yes, you would keep him. But
yeah, okay, I'll answer the question. If he wins out the next 6 games all the way through to the 5 games all the way through the Georgia game, then he's bowl eligible and you keep it. But that is about as realistic as Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, bending over and kissing Trump's ass.
Yeah.
Or San Francisco and Los Angeles all of a sudden becoming livable cities again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
I would sooner give myself a better chance of surviving drinking bleach out of the bleach bottle than I would Florida winning all the way through to the Georgia game.
There is no way in hell. There's no way.
Yes.
By the way, Saleen, you can't make Mississippi State. I promoted them up from shit show to shit show deluxe after the Arizona State win. We are now a shit show deluxe. Mississippi State is by
Mississippi
far.
State all of a sudden looks like they have a pulse, which they haven't looked like they've had in a while.
No,
so I'll give them that.
No, we don't have a pulse. What we have is an identity. And
I could argue that having an identity is a pulse.
A pulse is if you, let's say, I assume we can upset Alcorn State and Northern Illinois in the next 2 weeks. I assume we can win these games, and we are 4-0. A pulse would be if the Wildcats marching into Starkville week 5 and we beat them. That is a pulse. That would set an example. Boys, we are back. And I mean, and when I say we are back, I mean we are back to winning some games, not winning a national championship or going to the SEC championship.
Well, look
Mississippi
at it this
State
way. All of a sudden, the Florida-Mississippi State game just became interesting in my mind.
Yeah. I mean, you will see next year a complete different Mississippi State team. I know what Jeff Lebby and our coaches recruit. And they recruit monsters on the lines. We have 4 guys with at least 340 pounds.
Well, you're going to see a completely different Florida team too next year because Napier ain't going to be there.
Yeah, and the problem was what Florida has is outside of Kenny Dillingham and Alex Golish, there is no capable coach available for the 2026 season.
You know, I got to respond. I got to respond to Lou predicting that Golish out of USF would consider coming to Florida.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I beg to differ.
Why not?
Well, there's a couple reasons. For one thing, USF is about to next year open up its own stadium on campus.
Mm-hmm.
He's personally, overseen a big chunk of that happening. Where USF plays their home games at Ray J, where the Bucks play. So USF has been clamoring for a stadium on campus for a long time, and thanks to Golish and his rebuilding that program, that in part that is one of the reasons that stadium is happening. And USF is an up and coming program compared to where it was a few years ago.
Yeah, they're good.
They're good. They're not great, but they're good.
Yeah.
Now, why would a guy who's helping to build something in Tampa, and everyone in Tampa loves the guy? I mean, Alex Golish is well liked in the football community in Tampa. Why would he leave that program to head up to Gainesville? And also, the expectations for USF are relatively modest. I mean, compete for your conference championship. I forgot what conference they're in off the top of my head. But compete for your conference championship and maybe make the college playoffs. Maybe.
Yeah,
if he comes up to Gainesville, he's going to have to. I mean, his expectations are compete for the SEC against the likes of Georgia and Alabama and Tennessee and LSU and A&M, and get past all those schools and get to the playoffs, and maybe win a couple of games in the playoffs. That's expected out of a Florida coach.
Yeah, but serious, Saleen, I don't want to shit on Florida, but why is that? I mean, Florida.
Charlie Kirk is dead.
Florida plays football for 120 years, right? Of this 120 years, they had 15 good years under Spurrier and under Urban Meyer, and the rest was a shit show deluxe. An absolute shit show.
The fan base of Florida has higher demands and expectations than the fan base for USF. That's all I'm saying. And Alex Gould is a relatively young and new football coach. I don't see why he would jump out of USF where he can build something and build it slowly and build it safely. And quit that job and jump into a situation in the with one of the SECs. I mean, Florida, for better or for worse, is considered to be a prime job and a prime mover in the SEC, or at least they were, and they are expected to be again. And I don't see why Alex Goulden would jump into that into that Shark Tank. I just don't see why he would do it.
Yeah,
unbelievable. Charlie Kirk is dead. He's murdered for no reason.
Yeah.
Mm.
By an idiot.
This might be. I don't know if anyone remembers their history, but there was a moment in history where one man was killed. Archduke Ferdinand. One man was killed and sparked World War One. I'm not saying that Charlie Kirk is that man, but somebody with this level of public recognition, this could be bad. This could trigger a bunch of crazies on the right to start taking out people on the left. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but Charlie Kirk was a well-respected member he was a well-respected member of the MAGA community, and somebody on the left just took him out. This could be very, very, very bad.
Yeah.
And he was taken out in Utah, of all places.
I mean, the biggest thing the Americans are proud of is the freedom of speech. And if you get killed for your freedom of speech and speaking out what you believe and what you think, this is bad. This is serious. This is serious.
There's an old saying in this country, Sven. Do not make a martyr out of somebody like this.
Yeah.
You cannot kill a martyr.
Yeah.
Now Charlie Kirk is now, for better or for worse, he's going to be seen by a lot of people as a martyr.
Yeah, and as a hero.
A rallying point.
Yeah.
And
by the way, Saleen,
you can't kill that.
Quick reminder, 8 minutes.
Huh? Yeah, I'm going to be going pretty soon.
Yeah. Just want to remind you. I always do this.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
This could be very, very bad for the country.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the people on the left, crazies or non-crazies, really appreciate that there are crazies on the right, because they're not out there in the public view as much. They're not a bunch of pink-haired, blue-haired, septum-piercing lunatics running around, screaming about this and that and the other thing. Most of these people,
and yelling,
they're at home raising their families and working and paying their taxes and stuff. But if you piss off Bubba like that, and he's a 31-year-old man with 2 young children.
Yeah, and he did nothing.
And all he was doing was going to college campuses, among other things, and debating college students and speaking, his mind.
Yeah,
that was his most offensive thing, is he was speaking what he thought. He was exercising his God-given freedom of speech, and somebody blew him away for it.
Crazy.
Because someone didn't like what he had to say.
Joshua, I would absolutely disagree with this, Joshua, because right-wing extremism didn't just kill Charlie Kirk. But you believe what you want.
Extremism is someone can not like what you have to say so bad that they want to.
I don't like
kill for it.
And I'll pull one name out.
It's crazy.
I'll pull one name out of the ether, because she is, in my mind, a dangerous extremist on the left. And I'm sure a lot of people know the name Ilhan Omar.
Oh, good.
This is a vehement anti-Semite, a
He's a witch.
left-wing kook,
He's a witch.
and just a horrible anti-American, anti-Jew, anti-Israel, anti-Semitic, horrible woman.
It's a horrible human
Right,
being.
but it would never, but it would never cross your mind to try to kill her.
No, it wouldn't. I mean, she has a right, however she got to be an American citizen, and that the way that happened is questionable at best. Something about marrying her brother and other things, but she has a right to say and feel and think as she does. She has a right. It's constitutionally protected, natural right. And while I vehemently disagree with her and I vehemently wish she would disappear forever and go away, she has a right to say what she says. And it would never cross my mind to pick up a weapon and off her. Wouldn't
Yes,
never.
yes, exactly, because no normal person is going to do that. I mean,
Now Harry says the murderer is reportedly be a white guy around roughly my age.
Yeah, I mean,
well, there's plenty of left-wing kooks out there that are my age and white. Yeah. So I guess we'll find out, Raj. I guess we'll find out more about the shooter as time goes on. But right now, the right has lost a powerful voice,
a front man.
Yeah, a very powerful voice. A personal friend of the president. Wouldn't surprise me if he was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I think he deserves it. But we'll find out about that later. But it's going to be interesting.
What Trump does.
At the very least, it's going to be very interesting to see what the reaction is going forward to this murder, this senseless murder of a man who was just simply speaking his mind.
Yeah.
And if somebody is willing to do that to a public figure like Charlie Kirk, you know, what could happen to say? What could happen to say me?
Yeah, he does it to everyone.
Yeah. Or you, or anybody. Listen, anybody walking around.
Yeah. This is absolutely nuts.
This is very bad. This is very bad. This could be a very, very bad point in American history.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm going to wrap it up because I do have to be somewhere, as you know. And
I guess Mom has dinner ready, yeah?
Well, I don't know if she has it ready at the moment, but you know, dinner is coming. I think we're having spaghetti and meatballs tonight.
I mean, Mom is always cooking for the kids.
No, I actually cook about half the time.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
It's just over at her house mostly.
Yeah, I mean, my mom cooked all their life for us, and when we came, and I was 30 or 40 years old, and I said, "Mom, get your ass out of the kitchen. I cook." She said, "I'm the boss here. I cook. It's my house."
Right.
What can I do? She's the boss.
Yep, she's the boss. Anyway, I appreciate you guys coming on, and we'll see how good we do on next week. We'll go get a report from Sven to see how good that the three of us did in picking our winners and losers. Well, we picked winners, which by definition means we picked losers as well.
Yeah.
My team is definitely a loser, so what can I do?
Yeah,
just
and we
sit back and endure the pain.
And we are not much better at Mississippi State.
Yeah, well, you're not about to get your ass road graded on national television at 7:30.
I mean, we may lose to Florida, but we beat Vic's ass. We beat UGA, I guess. Huh?
No.
How sounds that? if Evans catches 3 touchdowns against UGA and gives the game ball to Mike Bobo and says thank you for your service, Vic, I would come on your show. I would. Oh, you don't want to see
Yes,
what
no,
I do to you.
no, no,
But ain't gonna happen.
no, I don't.
But I will tell you this. I expect a close game because if Georgia has one weak point, it always is the secondary. It always was and it always will be. The lines are fine, but the secondary was always questionable. And if Shapen stays healthy, I think you beat us by a touchdown, maybe 10 points at home in Starkville. What is okay? I can live with that. So, Saleen, you kick me out. I wish you a nice week and greetings to Mom, as always.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And we'll see you soon.
Of course.
Vic, appreciate you coming on as always.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Yeah. Of course, I got the Vic and Nate shit show. It's about to start over on Nate's channel, so y'all make sure y'all head over there.
Yeah, everyone head over to Nate's channel to watch the Vic and Nate shit show.
Yeah.
Probably going to be a great time.
Yeah.
Anyway, have fun, man.
Okay.
And to the rest of you, thank you for being in here. Sad day with the loss of Charlie Kirk. You may or may not like him. I did. He may or may not have been someone that you thought was a good person or someone worth listening to or whatever. Be that as it may, still, the man did not deserve to be assassinated like that. 31-year-old married man with 2 young babies did not deserve to be assassinated simply for traveling around the country, expressing his opinions, exercising his First Amendment right to free speech, and trying to debate young people on college campuses all over the country and even over in Europe, and losing his life for it. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. You didn't deserve to exit this mortal plane that way. Peace.